Alrighty, hello everyone. Chief Meteorologist Jonathan Went here doing a quick Facebook Live update. We've got kind of a lot to talk about with some of the heat, the humidity that's been kind of affecting a good chunk of the country. But for us here in the Carolinas, it was actually a really lovely day. We had plenty of sunshine. Temperatures outside today have been running some 5 to 10 degrees cooler than what we were dealing with yesterday, and that all is thanks to a cold front that kind of pushed in from the north yesterday. Temperatures outside this evening are sitting into the low to mid 80s and very low humidity, so it feels a little bit nice and refreshing. Still warm with temperatures into the mid 80s. Let's not kind of undercut that here, but nothing oppressive as it has been over the past couple of days. However, don't get too used to this. We have the heat returning back into the Triad and the Carolinas over the next several days, near record highs in certain areas. Friday is going to be a very, very hot day. Now, the other thing that we're kind of starting to look into a little bit closer is the chances for some showers and storms increasing. We'll have a slight chance late in the day, Thursday and Friday, same thing on Saturday, but late into the weekend into early next week, we kind of get a little bit of a weather pattern shift where we may be dealing with a stalled front that could create those scattered shower and storm chances each and every day. But right now it doesn't look like a washout. Here's the weather pattern setup that we've got right now. Okay, we've got this big upper level ridge of high pressure, and that's what's been bringing the heat, the humidity across the central United States and here into the Carolinas. Now, as we head towards the end of the weekend, we do start to see this high pressure system breaking apart a little bit with a dip in the jet stream to the northeast, and that high kind of breaks down and pushes a little bit further towards the west. And that will start to see a little bit of a cool down across the Carolinas. But then, as we head towards later next week, it looks like we could even see a bigger dip in the jet stream as our ridge kind of continues to push off towards the west, and that would bring in some significantly cooler temperatures, but that also is going to play a factor into the tropics as well, and we'll take a closer look at that here in just a little bit. But that all kind of, the Climate Prediction Center is kind of in agreement with that, showing you that the next 6 to 10 days from the 27th to the 31st looks like we're going to have slightly below normal temperatures. Right now, nothing significant, but of course that can change drastically. And right now, our average high is 86. We topped out around 84 today officially at PTI in Greensboro. We're going to be well above that through the next several days. So the heat, the humidity is coming back. But if you are looking for a sign of relief, the good news is less than a month away. Our average temperatures there on September 15th in the Triad is around 80. And then in about 2 months or less, our average high is around 71. So again, the cooler air is going to be on the way. We are starting to kind of get closer and closer towards fall if you are not a fan of summer. So here's the weather setup that we've got going on today. Okay, yesterday we had a cold front come through. You probably didn't notice that. It was a dry cold front, and it was what we call a backdoor cold front because it comes in from the northeast compared to the west or northwest, where typically our weather systems come from. But that's allowing for high pressure to build in from the northeast. At the same time, you'll notice a cluster of storms to the north as well. We've got to watch that. That's going to be our weather kicker for tomorrow and Friday, where we could have some late day isolated showers and storms where we kind of get these storm complex systems riding up and along the periphery of this upper level ridge. So it's something to keep in mind. But right now, that extreme heat remains out towards the west, where we've got a lot of 100s right now. And of course, that heat is going to be making its way back into the Carolinas through the end of the week. So Futurecast across the Triad kind of showing you things fairly quiet for us this evening, waking up tomorrow morning under partly to mostly clear skies, and then again some late day isolated showers and storms will be possible Thursday and again on Friday. So if you have any Friday night football plans, it's starting up again. Make sure just to keep an eye to the sky. Of course, we'll be keeping a close eye on that for you as well. There is a marginal risk for a strong or severe storm for parts of the Piedmont Triad area, but it would be more isolated in nature. Right now, we're not looking at anything widespread or scattered, so that is some good news. The chance of showers and storms between about a 20 to 30%, both Thursday and Friday. You can kind of see our temperatures for tomorrow morning. We're going to start out into the mid-60s, topping out near 90 for the afternoon, and we'll have a touch more of that humidity, so it's going to feel a little bit more like the low to mid-90s across much of the Triad and much of the Carolinas tomorrow. For the mountains and the foothills, not bad. We'll have a mix of sun and clouds throughout the day. Temperatures warming up into the low 90s for the foothills, low 80s though for the mountains. And unlike today, you will probably notice more of that humidity in the atmosphere. Friday, it gets hot. In fact, we are talking about record potential here. Our record high on Friday across the Triad area is 98. That's at PTI, and forecasting a high of 97. There's going to be a lot of areas into the upper 90s, close to 100. And of course, you factor in the humidity with that, it's going to feel more like 100 to 105 Friday and Saturday, feeling more like 100 on Sunday. And even though we are going to be seeing a cool down next week, there's still going to be a lot of humidity, and so it's going to make it feel a little bit uncomfortable. Weather maker for Saturday, we're watching this cold front coming in, and that's going to bring the chance for some of these showers and storms late into the afternoon, into the evening, especially Sunday and potentially Monday, as we will kind of see this front potentially stalling out. But that is going to be key to the forecast in the tropics, because that's going to help to push any of these tropical systems away from us. But you can see here on Monday, once again, we're going to have a chance for some of these scattered showers and storms, and then we'll have one front that's off to the east kind of stalling and pushing back, kind of meandering around. Potentially, there's still a chance that it could fizzle out or continue to push off towards the east, but then we'll have another front coming in Tuesday into Wednesday, and that will keep things on the cooler side, but also keeping the chance for showers and storms in play as well. Right now, again, not looking like a washout by any means, but something to keep in mind as we continue to fine-tune that forecast. We may have to up those chances for some showers and storms over the next few days. Into the tropics. Now, over the weekend, we were watching some systems. Last week, they were just kind of out there, nothing blowing up or nothing becoming named. But then over the weekend, things drastically changed, and we had about 4 or 5 systems out there that got named. We had Gert, we had Emily, Tropical Storm Franklin, then Harold, that was a Tropical Depression 9, moved as a tropical storm into the southern Texas region. And right now, the only thing that we're really kind of looking at, we got a few waves out there that have a low to high chance for development, but they're going to stay out into the ocean. They're going to be what we call fish storms. Now, Tropical Storm Franklin is expected to strengthen and expected to come very close towards the Bermuda area, and it looks like right now it could become a Category 2 storm, and maybe even higher than that. It could become our first major hurricane. A lot of warm waters in the Atlantic. Forecasts showing you that by Sunday, near 100 miles per hour, and then kind of approaching close towards Bermuda towards Monday some time frame. And again, right now it's looking like this is going to stay well away from the Carolinas as it kind of curves back off towards the north and east. But it's going to be strong enough and powerful enough that we could have some higher rip current threats or some higher swells along the Carolina coast. So just keep that in mind if you're going to be out at the beaches this weekend and especially next week. But right now, all signs are showing this storm is going to curve off towards the north and east. So there's no threats from the tropics towards the Carolinas or the United States at this time. Here is your 7-day forecast for the Piedmont Triad area. It's going to get very hot over the next several days. Low to mid 90s, upper 90s potentially there on Friday. Few showers and storms on Saturday, chance of that between 30 and 40%. Better chances start to go up Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday with that stalled front around, and then it potentially looks like we dry out. Temperatures, though, are going to be kind of on the cooler side with more cloud cover, and unfortunately with that front stalling, we may not get a lot of dry air in place as originally thought. So it's going to be cooler, but it's still going to be very humid next week. So we'll be watching that as well. Of course, make sure that you tune in tonight at 6. I'll have another look at your forecast. Other than that, stay safe, stay cool, stay hydrated. The big story this week is going to be the heat and the humidity. So if you're going to be out and about working outside over the next few days, just try to take frequent breaks, stay in the shade, drink plenty of water, and of course, if you do any outdoor physical activity, going for a jog, running, doing any exercise, try to do it early in the morning or late into the evening when it's a little bit cooler.
Great, things are working. I like it.
Oh my God, what are you doing? I didn't even know you were there.
Yeah, I snuck right in on you.
Oh gosh. Yeah,
I like it. Things are working.
yeah,
All right? You're using the tools.
I am. I got it so that also that it, and I'm hopefully, is it gonna, actually I'm still streaming, hold on.